We on? Right, Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Store. We've just done 5k here in Hyde Park. What a beautiful place to do it.
And
you beat me. But, hold up, I should hope so. I turned up today, I didn't even want to run it. I thought, actually, that's quitter's mentality.
Let's just put this into context. I've just run 22:11. Yeah, my fastest time was about 3 months ago, 23:40. The other day I ran a 22:50. The jetpacks, which I'll be honest,
well, you laughed when I called them jetpacks.
Actually be illegal. I think they are.
They're banned in competitive racing.
22:11, shun.
Get up there.
Get up there, boy.
Yeah, I weren't feeling it today, but we got it done, and that is what matters.
Respect.
Edward, tonight's show, excited. Jordan Thompson,
excited.
A real big opportunity, a huge step up.
Yeah, I think it's got a lot of people interested, the fight, to be honest with you. It's two big cruiserweights who can punch, both confident, both look the part. It's a good little card as well. I think it's going to be a great night. Of course, big double header on DAZN tonight. Opetaia against Thompson, then straight into Canelo, Charlo for UK fight fans.
A little bit of talk online about Ellie Scotney. I believe she's first on the main card. We know that Caroline Dubois is main eventing over on Sky tonight. Sonny Edwards put a few tweets out and clashed with Caroline. Is Ellie happy being first fight on the main card?
I haven't really spoke to her about it, to be honest with you. I'm not overly happy, but I'm not
Is
like...
that Shane's choice?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't... At the end of the day, it's up to their team. The value for me is putting Ellie Scotney on late on the card because I want to build her as a star. It's a big fight. She opens the show. It's just a bit weird, but look, it's not. I'm not saying it's Ellie's fault or Shane's fault. But you got to make your priorities, and I just feel like being a world champion, established world champion, and having to start the show is not great. But it is what it is, and we move on. I don't mind opening the show with a good fight, but it's just not very busy in the arena. You know, you'd like Ellie to get the big platform and the crowd. So, but listen, she's getting out. We're keeping her very, very active, and she gets to defend her world title.
Last night it dropped that the contracts have been signed. December the 23rd or early January, Tyson Fury takes on Oleksandr Usyk. Undisputed signed. We expect for it to be part of Riyadh season. Your thoughts?
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, I hope it happens. You know, I believe it will. I think that whenever there's a huge amount of money on the table, he's going to take the fight.
In excess of $200 million, we're hearing.
Yeah, well, it was 100 in one Bob Arum interview, then it doubled quite quickly, but I'm sure it's a lot of money. We know roughly the numbers because obviously it's been discussed before, and you hear about those discussions, but it'll be a lot of money, and it's a great fight for the division. Like I said, I hope it happens. I don't know when it will happen. I guess my gut feeling is January, but it could be December 23rd. We'll have to look at that because that's our planned date as well. But yeah, we'll see. I think it's great for boxing.
Are you going to try and communicate with George Warren and team to make? Obviously, you've got big plans.
Alex and friendlier with them, but if we run Ben Eubank that day, obviously, look, Fury Usyk's a massive fight as well. We don't want to clash with that, and I'm sure they wouldn't want to clash with us. So we'll see. We've got to get our fight over the line yet, and they've got to get their fight over the line. So fingers crossed, both fights happen. It'd be great for boxing.
Did you know that this was going on in the background?
Yeah, I spoke to Alex Crassett when we met about 3 weeks ago. They said they were negotiating. Obviously, there's a new controlling centre. They want to make an impression for the sport, so they want to be aggressive. It looks like they've got it done, which is great. I think it puts a little bit of pressure on UK boxing. Like if Ben Eubank happens in Abu Dhabi and Fury Usyk happens in...
Is that likely for Abu Dhabi?
It's in discussions, but I don't know. It sort of makes me want to do the fight more in the UK, but obviously that's out of our hands. But, you've got two of the biggest fights in world boxing and certainly British. Well, the outside of Fury against AJ, like the top 3 fights in British boxing, both happening abroad. So if we can make the fight in the UK, it'd be great.
Do you feel at all sort of disappointed? There was so much talk about sort of Joshua Wilder in Saudi Arabia. We know the Skills Challenge funding was pulled, and then sort of for Turkey and this sort of new project to come in.
The Fury Usyk fight was always being discussed, even with Skills Challenge. That was the sort of joint priority with Fury against Wilder. AJ against Wilder. There's still lots of talks going on about AJ against Wilder. I just don't think it'll happen in January. Obviously, the original plan was to do a double header, but they probably don't have the money to do that within the budget, so maybe they don't do Fury Wilder and we do it elsewhere. I keep saying that, AJ against Wilder, the 22-11's just done my name. So yeah, that's still a priority for us, and I think when big fights start happening, I think it makes other fights more likely, because when I saw that news, it's like, right, okay, now we've got to make AJ against Wilder. It's a natural reaction, and we've got to make Eubank against Benn. So I think in the general ecosystem, it's good for the sport to see big fights.
Okay, Edward, thank you very much. Congratulations on the 22-11.
There's nothing really.
Yeah, no worries, son. Let me put it in my bag.